Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Good afternoon to one and all. I'm extremely happy today to reconnect with my mother institution, Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya Hubli, through this webinar series, Pratigya 2020. And I'm very grateful to it. So firstly, bowing my head to the lotus feet of all my gurus and
I'm
senior
sorry for the
faculties of.
interruption, but your screen is not visible. Your PPT is not visible.
It's visible. Screen is visible.
Hello, it's visible,
Hello.
madam.
It's
Okay,
visible.
okay.
It's visible. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. Shall I continue, sir? Hello.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. So I welcome you all for my today's session on this webinar Pratigya 2020. And today I'm going to speak on general introduction and the scope of Kaumara Vritya. So as we know that Ayurveda, it is composed of two words, Ayuhu as well as Veda, where Ayu means life or longevity and Veda means the science or knowledge. So Ayurveda is not only the medical science of life, what we can say. And it is recognized as an Upaveda to Atharva Veda, and Kashyapa Samhita we get the reference as the Ayurveda is considered as the fifth Veda, and it is compared with the thumb of the hand. So where the thumb is given much more priority as compared to the other fingers, and it is considered as unique as well as separate amongst all the other fingers. So similarly, Ayurveda is given much more importance as compared to the other Vedas. And coming to the aim of Ayurveda, we know that Swastasya Urjaskaram, Aturasya Roganut. So here Ayurveda tells us that the prevention is better than cure. So this prevention and promotion of health in a healthy individual is the utmost aim of or the goal of Ayurveda. So where we are maintaining the equilibrium between the Sharira, Sattva as well as the Atma. So with this, we will move on to the history of Kaumara Vritya. So we know that the Ashtanga is studied under the 8 different branches as per the priorities given by the each Sampradaya. So here we will look into the history of Kaumara Vritya in the Vedic period. So in the Rig Veda, we get the reference of the son of Rishada was donated with the ear, so who was deaf and dumb. And also we get the references regarding the antenatal and perinatal care of various animals and birds. And the son of Sahadeva is blessed to be given with the long life. And also we get the references regarding the methods of improving the strength of the weak persons and the emaciated, so which has been told in the Rig Veda. Next is, we get several references pertaining to the branch of Ayurveda in the Atharva Veda, where they have mentioned the nourishment of the fertilized zygote, tonic measures for the weak persons, and the utmost priority is given to the intestinal worm infestation which is seen in the children's. And also there is mentioning of the Rakshoguna Dravyas and the Medha Janaka Dravyas, so which are again the health promoters. And also we get the references in the Upanishads related to the childbirth, and even in Puranas we get the references regarding to the Kaumara Vritya. Next, moving on to the contributions or the references of Kaumara Vritya, which is mentioned in the Samhita Granthas. So we know that the Ashtanga Ayurveda, it is classified, and these Angas has been given the importance, or they have placed in order as per their priorities, which is given to each of these Anga. So here if we consider the Ashtanga Ayurveda, as per Charakacharya, Kaumara Vritya has been placed in the 6th. We get the references in detail regarding the development of Garbha, the preconceptional care, so which has to be adopted to get the Supracha, so which Vanigar sir was highlighting. And also they have told some of the causes which are relating or which are due to which the genetic disorders or the congenital disorders takes place, like the Dushta Bija. Next is the principles of treatment has been highlighted in Charaka Samhita in detail. And along with this, so we get the references regarding the Navajata Shishu Paricharya, that is the care of the newborn just after the birth. And also in the Shushruta Samhita, so where Acharya Shushruta has given the Kaumara Bhritya the 5th place and has given a very beautiful definition for this Kaumara Bhritya. And also Acharya Shushruta has highlighted the importance of the grahas and has told, so there are Navagrahas. And we also get the references regarding the Garbhanga Vikrutis, and the concept of Jata Harini has been highlighted by Acharya Shushruta. And coming to the Ashtanga Hridaya, so where Ashtangakara has placed the Kaumara Bhritya as the 2nd number, that is Kaya Bala Grahadvanga. So many of the important concepts has been explained in the Uttara Tantra, that is Ashtanga Hridaya Uttara Tantra or Ashtanga Sangraha Uttara Tantra. And some of the special disorders like the Ulpaka, Bala Shosha, Parigarbhika has been explained with its treatment, and details of the dentition and its related disorders has also been mentioned in the Ashtanga. And all these Samhitas together, they have much more highlighted on the fetal growth and development, the do's and don'ts during the antenatal period, and they have also highlighted regarding the details of the newborn care, concepts of the Balagraha, and the concepts of the Stanya, that is the Stanya Dushti and its treatment. So that has been highlighted in all these Samhitas. Next, moving on to the Kashyapa Samhita. So where we can see the Kashyapa Acharya has placed Kaumara Bhritya in the topmost position. So with this, we can say that this could be the text of the Kaumara Bhritya or the source book of the Kaumara Bhritya. So where Acharya Kashyapa has given the prime importance to this subject. Next, moving on to the contributions on the Kaumara Bhritya as per Lagutrahi. So there is mentioning of the separate sections pertaining to the Balaroga, like the Balaroga Adhikara. So where we get the references of some of the unique diseases which is seen during the childhood period, and it is mentioned with along its treatment. And many of the formulations and yogas has been mentioned for various disorders in the children's. And the special references regarding the Graha Rogas, Stanya Dushti has also been highlighted in the Lagutrayi. Next, coming to some of the old textbooks which are available on the Kaumara Bhritya, like the Kashyapa Samhita, Parvataka Tantra, Bandhaka Tantra, Hiranyaksha Tantra, Ravanakruta Kumara Tantra, and so on. So here in this, Kashyapa Samhita highlights the depth and the speciality of the Kaumara Bhritya. And most of these old textbooks are not at all available, and while few of them are available, that too in the incomplete form. And one of the example is the Kashyapa Samhita, which almost 1/4 of the text is only what we are getting today. So next, coming to the Kashyapa Samhita. So this is considered as the only source book on Kaumara Bhritya, as it is told because the subject matter which is highlighted in the textbook, as well as the availability of the last words of the few sections, so which tells us regarding this could be the book of the Kaumara Bhritya. So the presently available Kashyapa Samhita, it is a text on the name of Vruddha Jivakiya Tantra. So here we get the Vidyodhini Tika, a Hindi commentary on the Kashyapa Samhita by Sri Satyapal Vishagacharya, published in the year 1953 by Chaukamba Sanskrit series, Varanasi, India. And if we look into the Kashyapa Samhita, so there they have mentioned regarding the Ayurveda Avatarana as per Kashyapa Samhita. That is the knowledge of Ayurveda. So it was transmitted from the Brahma to Daksha Prajapati, and from Daksha Prajapati to the Ashwina Kumara. Next, Ashwina Kumara has transmitted this knowledge of the Ayurveda to the Indra Deva. Next, Indra Deva has given the knowledge of Ayurveda to his 4 Shishyas, that is the Kashyapa, Vashishta, Atri, Bhrigu. And they have given the knowledge of Ayurveda to their of Kashyapa, where he has written the preachings told by Acharya Kashyapa. So, but it was not acceptable by the other rishis, as he was not possible for the other rishis to accept this tantra which is written by Jivaka. So later he dipped in the river Kankhala, so where he has emerged out as a old man. So that is why he get the name as the Riddha Jivaka. Then after which the tantra was acceptable by all. So later, after few of the decades, so that tantra or the kruti which is written by Riddha Jivaka, so it was lost. So later the redactor, the Vatsya, so he has found the book or the tantra with the yaksha known as Anayasa. So in this way, we get the references of or the Ashtangas or the Ayurveda, knowledge of Ayurveda, so which is transmitted from the Brahma till the Vatsya. So this is as per the Kashyapa Samhita. So the period of the Kashyapa Samhita is stated to be around 6th century BC, and this was preached by Kashyapacharya, and his disciple Riddha Jivaka wrote the same. Next, it was redacted by Acharya Vatsya, and who received it from the Yaksha named Anayasa. So later, Nepala Rajguru Pandit Hemaraja Sharma has thrown light on the Kashyapa Samhita in the year 1938. And the book which is actually was procured was only 1/4 of the original text. So written by the recent author. So we know that, so the Kaumara Vritya is almost it is correlated with the pediatrics. So if we look into the development of this pediatrics, so Niels Rosen Pons Ronstein, so he considered to be the founder of modern pediatrics as a medical specialty. So his work, The Diseases of Children and the Remedies, it is considered to be the first modern text on the subject. And an eminent scientist named Abraham Jacobi, so he has been considered as the father of pediatrics. So because of his contributions to the field of pediatrics. So this is the first hospital which was meant for the children's. So this is, in French it is known as the Hospital for the Sick Children, so which was opened in Paris in June 1802. So this was considered as the first. Next is the pediatrics has developed as a specialized field of medicine in the mid 19th century. And the end of the 19th century, it is considered as the dark ages of the pediatrics. And the first half of the 20th century is regarded as the dawn of improved healthcare for the children. So many of the advancements has been taken place in the field of pediatrics. So where there was improvement in the child health care, neonatal care with the inventions of the newer techniques like vaccinations, and many of the regulatory acts has care. And also we get the advancements in the neonatal care, in the surgical procedures, as well as in the diagnostic methods. So to diagnose the conditions of the newborn during the fetal period, as well as the different diseases which is seen in the children. And these are some of the important books on the pediatrics, that is the modern pediatrics. If we look into the word pediatrics, so it means the healer of the children. So which is derived from the Greek words paias, which is child, and iatros, which means a doctor or a. So pediatrics, it is a branch of medicine that deals with the medical care of infants, children, and the adolescents. So coming to the definition of the Kaumara Vritya, which as Dushta Stanya Graha Samuthanam Cha Vyadina Upashamanartham. So here Acharya Shushruta has very beautifully both preventive as well as curative things. Like the child which is considered up to 16 years of age. So his nourishment as well as maintenance and support, so it depends upon the Kaumara Bhritya.